Back deep for the Blue Devils is going to be Joseph Vaughn to receive the punt. Let's see who's punting for Appalachia. Looks like Morlock is going to do the punting. Snap a little high, but Morlock gets off a pretty good punt. Drives Vaughn back to his 26-yard line. It's up to the 30, 35, 40, and has a wall. One man to beat. Catch it back inside. We got a flag here. It's probably going to be a block in the back as Vaughn takes it all the way for a touchdown, but right at the Appalachia 42-yard line, we have a flag. Or not 42, the 37. There is a flag on the play.
So it will come back, most likely.
As the officials come over to explain to Coach Housewright what happened, who the player was.
Well, they should have had a good view of it because
right in front of them.
Right in front of them. That's right.
They'll mark the penalty off. Back to the Appalachia 48, and it's a legal block in the back on Gate City.
Penalties against Gate City. Illegal block in the back.
But the Blue Devils still with good field position on the Appalachia 48.
First and 10 Blue Devils.
Devils open up with tight end to each side and in the I formation. Appalachia shows a 5-man front. Now the wing back on the left side goes in motion. The handoff is to Dusty Clark. Fights for yardage across the Appalachia 45 down to about the 42-yard line. He'll drag it back to, well, we call it the 42.
Number 60, John Howard.
Gain of about 5 on the play brings up second down and 5. Just starting the ball game here. Appalachia won series, one big penalty and incomplete pass and had to punt. 8 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Devils will wing back on the left, 2 tight ends. They hand off again to Clark, running left, gets around the corner, 35, 30, 25, 20. Runs over a tackler at about the 15-yard line and goes inside the 10. They're going to mark him out of bounds short of the 10, looks like, at about the 13-yard line.
Stop made by number 2, Forrest Stewart.
Stewart, the safety, had to come up to make the tackle. And the Devils will have it first and 10 at the Appalachia 13-yard.
13-yard line. First and 10, Gate City.
2 running plays, both Dusty Clark. This time we have wideouts to each side. And we run a draw with Clark, who gets a hole at the line of scrimmage and gets down to the 10-yard line.
Dusty Clark.
Picks up about, well, maybe 4 on the play.
Chase Morlock and Tyler Barker.
Spotted at the 9. Second down and about 5.
Second down 6.
6. Blue Devils with 3 running plays have moved it inside the 10 to the Appalachia 9. This time the Devils go 2 tight ends full out. They hand off to Vaughn, and he's brought down at about the 6. Blue Devils can get a first down at about the 3-yard line of Appalachia. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 here.
3rd down 3.
Appalachia jumps in a 4-man front. They hand off this time to Dusty Clark, who takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. So a 12-yard touchdown by Dusty Clark. What?
6-yard touchdown.
6 yard. I'm sorry, yeah. 6. Thank you, sir.
As Logan Bird will be on to attempt the extra point for the Blue Devils with 6:27 to go first quarter. Gate City on top 6-0. And Bird looks to add, Corey Franklin to hold.
And the kick is up and good.
6:27 to go first quarter. Gate City 7, Appalachia 0.
Blue Devils with Logan Bird about ready to kick off again. Carter, the deep man, in the middle for Appalachia. Flanked on each side by Barker. High end over end kick is going to be fielded. Well, they're going to stop the play, and I'd swear that's the same play we had last week, and they didn't blow it dead.
No comment.
As Carter had to back up. He actually caught the ball before he got in the end zone, backed up in the end zone.
And they blew it dead immediately.
The referee blew it dead immediately.
No, that brought the rule book out after halftime last week.
Yes,
That was pretty good.
So the Bulldogs will take over first and 10 on their own 20. They'll stay in this formation all the time. They hand off to Barker this time, the fullback, and he's thrown behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Seaver Elliott, I believe.
Tackled by number 65, Jay Howington. Loss of 3 yards. Second down, 13.
Be second down and 13 after that loss. Looks like it. Seaver Elliott may have come off limping just
Well, he shook up a little bit. He's okay.
This time Appalachia puts 2 wideouts on the right-hand side and split back. They hand off to Barker, running to his right, and he's might have gained a yard.
It's like Joseph Vaughn and Logan Russell on the stop.
Going to bring up third down and long.
No gain, second and 13.
Third and 13. It's going to be third and 13 here for the Bulldogs. They have to get to the Blue Devil 30 for a first down. This time they put 2 wideouts to the left-hand side. Devil showing blitz. And Stewart drops back, gets pressure, and he's going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line.
Derek Miller was first, but we've got a flag.
Stewart is tackled by number 25.
And my guess the flag is motion or illegal formation against Appalachia would be my bet.
No flag.
Or then again, maybe
Just fell out of his pocket.
Yeah. Actually,
So the loss will stand. And Appalachia will have it fourth down and
Joseph Vaughn drops deep
20.
for Gate City.
Vaughn this time stands at Appalachia 40 to receive the punt. Morlock will do the punting.
Number 3, Chase Morlock.
See if the Devils have the return on or the block. They come with some pressure, but he gets off the punt. Vaughn fields it at the Appalachia 49. Cuts
there's
inside.
a good block.
And he's going to take this one all the way in the end zone for a 49-yard touchdown.
Yes. Blue Devil, I didn't catch who it was, threw a dandy block out here about the 32-yard line, and player for Appalachia slow to get up, but he's able to get up. He had his head turned, and you know what happens when you get your head turned and you're on the kickoff or the punt coverage team. He didn't have his head on a swivel, and I don't know who threw that block, but it was a good one. Logan Bird on to attempt the point after.
Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. So the Blue Devils go on top by a score of 14-0. Blue Devils have scored 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 19 seconds and lead Appalachia 14-0. So Logan Bird will kick off again to the deep men for Appalachia. This time he hits a high end over end kick. It's going to be fielded by Shannon Barker at about the 3, up to the 5, the 10, and is brought down at the 15-yard line.
Number 1, Shannon Barker on the return. Stop made by Montana Morris.
So field position has been all the Blue Devils. When you run a punt back, that's good field position.
Yeah.
Ball's at the Appalachia 15
Well, that's actually the second when he ran back. He ran both punts back for touchdowns, but one we had a penalty on.
So it'll be Appalachia's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Not only did he run them both back, he run them both back untouched.
Didn't get
touched.
This time they come back in the full house. Stewart hands off to Barker, running right, over right tackle, and he might have picked up a yard, maybe 2 at the most. The left side of the Devil defense caved that in. That would be probably Logan Russell, Aaron Kaiser, Joseph Vaughn, and Seth Clark on that side.
Gain of 2, 2nd down 8.
Picked up 2 to be 2nd down and 8.
Had a little success early doing that, but not so much in the last couple possessions.
Back to the line of scrimmage again in the full house. Stewart looks over to the Devil defense and fakes to Barker and hands off to his right halfback. It's Morlock on the carry. He gets maybe across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Appalachia.
3rd down 3.
Stewart is yet to run the football. You would think somewhere in this offense he's going to probably take off on some kind of run from the quarterback spot. Still in the full house. And now we have a whistle. Back judge 3.
Delay a game?
You would think so. Yep. Delay a game. So that's going to cost Appalachia another 5 yards backward.
Delay of game against Appalachia.
That seemed like a quick whistle.
Yeah, it didn't. But with a 25-second clock in each end zone, it's when it goes to 0, it's.
And the official initializes that clock on the field.
That's correct.
So that makes it 3rd down and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at about the 17 of Appalachia. Stay in the full house. 2 tight ends for the Bulldogs. They fake to Barker, throw a long pass on a go route down the sideline. Pass intended for Carter. Overthrown, incomplete, and Appalachia will have to punt again.
Brings up 4th down 8.
So let's see if Vaughn can do it 3 times in a row. As Morlock will again drop back in punt formation.
Punting will be Chase Morlock, deep Joseph Vaughn.
Vaughn stands at about his own 47. High snap. Gets off an end-over-end punt that Vaughn fields on the 48 of Gate City. Gets to the 40. Again breaks tackles. Again finally brought down at about the 28 or 27 of Appalachia.
Tackle made by number 74, Stephen Lane.
So the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10 at the Appalachia 27. With a minute 56 to go in the first quarter, and Gate City on top 14-0.
Appalachia, number 60 for Appalachia is a kid that took that hard block a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure they don't need to look at him a little bit. He doesn't.
John Howard.
Struggling just a little bit, it looks like, on the field. I guess he's okay.
Devils go shotgun, and we have a penalty. It comes from the referee, which means probably a legal procedure. Pass is complete.
Bowen's pass is complete to number 14,
Corey Franklin, but
we may have 2 different penalties on this play.
Tackle made by Chase Morlock.
The referee threw 1 in the backfield, which means probably motion or something, and then the umpire threw 1 too.
He's going to say a legal procedure, which must be, well, it could be motion. Same signal for legal formation too.
Yeah, it wasn't. So it's illegal procedure. It's dead ball in high school. Well, it isn't any league. false start. But, anyhow, we didn't line up right, is what it comes down to.
That 5 yards marked off will make it first and 15 at the 32-yard line. High snap, handoff to Vaughn, running out of the wingback spot. He breaks tackles, gets down to the 20-yard line.
Joseph Vaughn. Stop made by Stephen
It's going to
Lane.
be second down and about 3 for Gate City at the Appalachia 20.
Second down 4.
Minute 22 to go first quarter. Gate City on top 14-0. Devils this time go double wing. Vaughn the tailback. As they hand it off on that to the wingback, it's Clark from the left side. He's down to 10 and is finally brought down inside the 5 at the 2-yard line.
Dusty Clark.
So the Blue Devils showing a lot of different offensive formations here. Nothing new. We run out of them all year, but mixing it up. It'll be first and goal at the Appalachia 2 with a minute 2 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to stop play 12 for Appalachia. That's Barker.
Yeah, yes, Barker.
He's got to go out of the game. Yeah. As he goes across the way, he must have took a pretty good hit on that last play. He tried to stay in, he just couldn't do it.
Checking in for Barker is number 55, Jesse Sweeney. First and goal at the Appalachia 2. Devils in the I formation. 2 wide outs to the left. Hand off to Clark, and he's not touched. Goes into the end zone for 2 yards out.
So with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, Gate City leads Appalachia 20-0.
Snap's good, placement's good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Blue Devils jump on top of Appalachia with 40.1 seconds to go, 21-0. Logan Bird's kickoff is fielded at the 8 by Barker. Stutter steps at the 10 and is brought down at about the 13-yard line, maybe 14. He who hesitates is lost. Anytime you're running those kickoffs back, I always heard you go as hard as you can and try to hit a crease.
And the people that telling you that's never run one back.
Probably right.
But no, you're right. That's what you have to do. That's part of being a kick returner. That's the fun, I guess.
Let's see if Barker checks back in at fullback. Yeah, he's back in.
Yeah.
So he got dinged up a little bit a while ago. But back in the game. Appalachia full house. Stewart fakes to Barker, hands off to the left halfback. That's Carter. And he's thrown for a loss.
Yeah. Clark and Kaiser both there around the ball.
Had a 4-yard loss.
Loss of 4 yards. Second down 14.
Second down and 15. Ball spotted at the 10, and we won't have another play in this quarter as the clock ticks down. So after one quarter play, the Gate City Blue Devils lead the Appalachia Bulldogs by a score of 21-0. We get ready to start the second quarter. Appalachia will have it on their own 10-yard line. Second down and 14. Shannon Stewart, quarterback for the Bulldogs. again in a full house. They hand off to Barker, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
12, Tyler Barker.
It's going to bring up third down and 14. Forrest Stewart, quarterback for. I knew what I'd done, Mark. I didn't even see what you did.
Well, we've been together a while.
Who is Shannon?
I have not a clue. It's been that quarterback several times.
It has?
Yeah.
Well, Stewart drops straight
There you
back.
go.
We'll just go that way.
Yeah.
Long pass down the sideline is overthrown and incomplete.
Stewart's
Pass intended for Carter. You know, I noticed last week, and what I read, they throw to their halfbacks quite a bit. I mean, you know, they had 2 or 3 passes to one of the halfbacks last week for touchdown. And every pass, I think, tonight that he's thrown has been to one of their halfbacks.
Yeah, they put the ball 5 yards up too far. Yeah, they did.
Be fourth down and 10, fourth down and 14 for the Bulldogs.
You know, Gate City's not played a single play in this game on their side of the 50-yard line yet.
They haven't, have they?
No.
Morlock again to punt for Appalachia. Gets off, this time, not a very good kick, off the side of his foot. It hits at the Appalachia 35 and rolls. It's a Blue Devil bounce and rolls out of bounds on the Appalachia 30. So Gate City again with good field position.
Ball goes out of bounds at the Appalachia 30-yard line. Gate City will have it first and 10.
First and 10 at the Appalachia 30 with 11:03 to go in the first half. Gate City on top, 21-0. Devils go shotgun, wide out to the left, wing back and on each side. Bowen rolls to his right, looks, has a short man open, pass is thrown into the end zone, off the fingertips of the intended receiver. I think that was Collier, wasn't it?
Count.
No, Count.
Michael Count, incomplete.
Incomplete. I thought he might have got away with a little push there right before that.
And didn't. Just, Appalachia had it pretty well covered.
So incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 10:56 to go. Second and 10 from Appalachia 30. I formation, wing back to the left, hand off to Clark out of the tailback spot. And he drags tacklers down to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 6 for the Blue Devil.
Brings up third and 6.
Bowen comes to the sideline to get his play from offensive coordinator Darren Reed. Devils go full house, 2 tight ends, third down and 6. And put the right halfback in motion. And out to Vaughn running left. He's got his first down, makes a move, and is drugged down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line.
Stop made by A.J. Barker.
It'll be first and goal for Gate City at the Appalachia 3. Vaughn did a little shake and fake that time and got
First and goal.
by a player or two.
Better not try to tackle him by an arm tackle.
No. First and goal to 3. Devils in shotgun. Wing back on the left side goes in motion. Bowen looks, throws a pass in the end zone intended for Seth Clark, who was a wing back that went in motion, and pass a little bit overthrown and incomplete. .9:43 to go in the first half. Gate City on top of Appalachia 21-0. Have it second and goal at the Appalachia 3.
Second and goal from the 4-yard line.
Hand off to Seth Clark from the right halfback spot. He takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
So with Seth's run, gets it up 27-0 with 9:40 to go here in the first half. And again, Logan Bird will be on to attempt the extra point.
Good snap. And the kick is also good. So the Blue Devils lead Appalachia by a score of 28-0 with 9:40 to go in the first half. Fourth kickoff here.
Damn, so I've never seen too many people miss one.
Well, no, but he's got to attempt it before he kicks it.
Oh, gosh.
Morlock on the near side. Carter in the middle. And this time it's going to be Morlock at about the 7, up to the 20, and finally brought down across the 25 at about the 27-yard line.
Gillenwater and Kyle Kilgore.
Appalachia has another player hurt. So.
Gillenwater and Bo Morris.
So this is 69 maybe.
And we'll take a break right here while they tend to the injured Bulldog.
The injured player for Appalachia was number 69, Brady Hamilton, who was, he's their center. So we have a new player at center for Appalachia. Stewart hands off to his right halfback. A ball's fumbled. I think Appalachia may have recovered.
I actually think they blew it dead.
Morlock was the man on the carry. And it's recovered by
Appalachia anyway, but
yeah.
they had blown it dead.
Man recovered the fumble was John Howard, number 6. He's the guy that's moved over to center.
Okay, second down 10.
He was the starting right tackle for Appalachia. Forrester, quarterback for the Bulldog, hasn't completed a pass tonight. I think he's 0 for 4. Tyler Barker, the fullback. And it looks like Appalachia moved. As Stewart rolls to his right, gets some pressure, throws a pass that is deflected by a Blue Devil.
Seaver Elliott?
Incomplete.
Stewart's
Yep.
pass intended for Tanner Clark.
So now I think he's 0 for 5.
Pass knocked down by number 34, Seaver Elliott.
That'll bring up third down. And about 11 for Appalachia. They need to make between the 37 and 38 yard line for a first down. You remember, I know you do, when Coach Turner was at Appalachia, the quarterbacks he had, including his own son for years, stood at the line of scrimmage and looked at the sidelines, waited till the last minute, got to play, ran the play.
And usually pretty well.
Yes. 2 seconds on the game clock. They get it snapped. Pitt got a halfback pass back to Stewart. I thought it hit the ground, but the referee was there.
We've got a face mask penalty, but Stewart, I believe, thought the ball hit the ground too, because you could tell by the way he looked.
He just stopped it.
But they're going to rule it a complete pass, and we're going to have a 15-yard face mask penalty.
Stewart. There are flags on the play.
Well, no, it's not. It's going to be 15.
5 yard. 5 yard face mask.
Wow, I thought his head moved pretty good for a 5-yard penalty, but
That's still not going to give him a first down. It's going to be 4th down and about 6.
no, it'd be third.
Still be 3rd?
Yeah, because it's not.
Brings up third down.
They completed the pass. So
3rd down and 6. Back again to the full house for Appalachia. Stewart almost fumbled the snap. Hands it off to Barker, and he's going to be close to his first down. Might have it. Might be a half yard short, too, depending on where they spot it.
Yes.
Well,
the official says first down.
They motioned.
Didn't even look, really did. He just said, let's go. First down.
1st and 10, Appalachia at their own 37. With 7:45 to go in the first half, Gate City on top, 28-0. And we have a whistle and a timeout call by Appalachia.
We'll take one, too.
1st and 10 for Appalachia on their own 37-yard line. Stewart fakes to his fullback, hands off to his halfback Morlock, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a yard loss.
Stop made by number 65, Jay
I was
Howard.
looking there, they lost 40 pounds on the guy that got hurt
2nd and 11.
versus the guy they had to put back in.
Yeah, and they're not too big up front anyway.
Be 2nd down and 11 for Appalachia. Devils with 10 men within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So Stewart drops back, has a man wide open in the flat. Pass complete to Carter, and he has a first down at the Appalachia 49-yard line. So Appalachia has put 2 first downs in a row together here in this drive.
For an Appalachia first down. Ball at their own 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Appalachia 49 with 6:36 to go here in the first half.
And
Officials timeout.
yeah, it looks like they've got a chain problem across the way.
Appalachia's down to 1 timeout, aren't they? They've already taken 2 here in the first half.
And squared away.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 49-yard line. Stewart's first completion of the night. Snap, fake, Stewart drops back, gets some pressure, throws a pass, it's intercepted by Vaughn, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone, touchdown. That's about 47 yards. He read that all the way, broke on it.
Interception returned by Joseph Vaughn.
And took it to the house.
6:04 to go in the first half, 34-0 now. As Logan Bird will be on to attempt the extra point.
Bird's 5th extra point of the night is up and good. And the Blue Devils lead Appalachia by a score of 35-0. Blue Devils prepare to kick off again with Logan Bird doing the chores. Appalachia with Tyler Barker in on this kickoff. And the kick is going to be fielded by Carter. Morlock, rather, gets it up to about the 25 where he's hit brought down. I had it right the first time. Morlock.
Stopped by Micah Bledsoe and Montana Morris.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the Appalachia 25-yard line.
And as we have reached the 35-point difference in the score, the clock will now run pretty much continuously.
It's been all Blue Devils. Stewart hands off to Barker out of the fullback spot, and he's brought down
Handoff is to Tyler
at the
Barker.
line of scrimmage, no gain. Be second down and 10 for Appalachia from our own 25.
No gain. Second down 10.
Clock continues to run, as Mark said. Full house again for Appalachia. Stewart fakes to his fullback. Now drops straight back, throws the pass out in the flat intended for Carter, incomplete. Actually had two receivers in that area, one of them being Tanner Clark.
Carter, incomplete.
So it brings up third down and 10 for Appalachia. From our own 25, Blue Devils with a chance of getting the ball back here, even with a turning clock, if Appalachia don't pick up the first down on this play. Appalachia no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. Stewart fakes again to Barker, gets some pressure, throws the pass over the middle. That is complete for our first down.
Stewart's pass complete to number
That
5,
pass is
Chase
complete
Christian.
to Chase Christian, 5'9", 165-pound junior, and Ian.
Picks up enough for an Appalachia first down. Ball at their own 40-yard line.
That was a good throw.
It was a good throw. First and 10 from Appalachia 40. .3:15 to go in the first half. Gate City on top, 35-0. Stewart again fakes his fullback. This time rolls to his right, gets some pressure, and is brought down behind the line of scrimmage, back at about the 37. Seth Clark in on that, along with Kyle Kilgore. It'll be second down and about 13 now for Appalachia.
Loss on the play will bring up
2:40
second
to go in the
13.
first half. Gate City on top, 35-0. This time Appalachia full house backfield, but they split out one of their ends on the left side. Stewart looks, gets pressure, hit as he throws, and the pass is complete. Lucky to get that off as
Number 7, A.J. Barker.
Blue Devils had good pressure on. It's going to be about a half yard short of a first down.
Yeah, but they've got people running open.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have anybody around that guy.
I think we've about sacrificed the pass to shut down the run, or figure we can get enough pressure on him.
Less than a yard to go for an Appalachia first down.
It's going to be third down and short for Appalachia with 1:50 to go. They need to get it to the 50 for a first. Devils with 11 men on the line of scrimmage.
Fumble.
They hand off for the ball's fumbled. And I think
Tyler Barker
recovered by Barker for a loss of about 2. It's going to bring up fourth down now.
Timeout, Gate City.
And Gate City will take a timeout.
And we'll take one too.
Fourth down and
Pass complete to number 9, Tanner Clark.
fourth down and 2, and Appalachia goes for it. And Stewart completes the pass to
Picks up enough for an Appalachia
Tanner
first
Clark
down.
for a first down.
Ball at the Gate City 49-yard line.
Just over midfield at the Gate City 49 with about a minute to go here in the first half. Gate City on top, 35-0. Devils now drop their cornerbacks and their safety back a little bit deeper. Stewart throws the pass over the middle, incomplete. Seth Clark made an attempt to intercept.
For Cody Carter. Timeout, Appalachia.
Appalachia takes their third and final timeout.
To homecoming to First, the freshman attendants. Lauren Carter, daughter of Roger and Allison Carter. She is escorted by Blake Hillman, son of Heath Hillman and Amy Wood. Bailey Lott, daughter of Ron and Caroline Lott, escorted by Landon Baker, son of Randy Baker and Jennifer Baker. The sophomore attendants, Anna McClung, daughter of Marcus and Lenore McClung, escorted by Matt Bishop, son of Rick and Sharon Bishop. Mary Whitt, daughter of Tom and Pam Whitt, escorted by Caden Kilgore, son of John and Rhonda Kilgore. The junior attendants, Maria Bird, daughter of Dale and Brenda Bird, escorted by Caleb Dockery, son of John and Angie Dockery. Abby Glass, daughter of Greg and Christy Glass, escorted by Garrett Watts, son of Chad and Andrea Watts. Ashley Lawson, daughter of Jamie Lawson and Chris Fisher, escorted by Ryan Smith, son of Matthew and Julie Smith. And the senior attendants, Callie Barber, daughter of Joe and Reba Barber, escorted by Jimmy Taylor, son of Jim and Carmen Taylor. Kristen Funkhauser, daughter of Troy and Kathy Funkhauser, escorted by Nick Bright, son of Craig and Jana Bright. Lindsay Haygood, daughter of Kenny Haygood and Kim Kilgore, escorted by Josh Hensley, son of Wayne and Tammy Hensley. Justine McConnell, daughter of Kelvin and Crystal McConnell, escorted by Chris Hartsock, son of Henry and Tina Hartsock. The ushers are Kelsey Berry, son of Tim and Lisa Berry, and Corey Stidham, son of Tim and Beverly Stidham. And your 2009 homecoming queen, Beth Carter, the daughter of Sherry Carter and Ray Carter, will crown the 2010 homecoming queen. And your homecoming queen for 2010 is Miss Lindsay Haygood.
Josie Collins will kick off for Appalachia. Back deep on the far side is going to be Joseph Vaughn. On the near side is going to be Montana Morse. Yep, backs for Gate City will be Logan Russell on this side, and on the far side will be Cibarelli. There's the kick. It's a short kick at Russell Fields at his 21 up to the 25, 30. 35, breaks the tackle up to the 40, 45, 47-yard line before he's brought down. So the Blue Devils will take over and get field position. First time in the game on their own side of the 50.
I believe it is. Pretty sure it is. We received a couple of punts maybe on that side of the 50, but not, we returned them. I believe it's the first time we've set up shop from scrimmage on our side of the 50.
Blue Devils open up in the I formation with a wingback set on the right who goes in motion. They hand off to Clark out of the tailback spot, and he gets up to the 49 before he's brought down. Minimal gain, maybe of 2 yards on the play, bring up second down and 8.
Tackled by Josie Collins and Donald Davis. Gain of 2,
and as Mark mentioned in the first half, if you're just now joining us, this clock will run all the way through as long as we keep this 35-point advantage over Appalachia. Kelton splits out wide to the left this time, double wing set. And they run that little wing back handoff with Clark, who came in motion from the left wing back to the right side, and he gets across midfield down to the 49 of Appalachia. It'd be third down and about 6.
Yeah, that didn't look smoothly executed.
Well, these kids out there, it's hard to stay in a ball game when you're this far ahead, probably.
Well, it is a little bit, but you still need to work on the execution of that.
Yeah. Screen pass to Clark, 45, 40, 35, cuts it inside, breaks a tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. So a 49-yard screen pass gives the Devils another touchdown.
49-yard touchdown pass from Nick Bowen to Dusty Clark.
So at 9:55 to go, third quarter, 41-0. Now Gate City leads. Logan Bird on to attempt the extra point.
Bird's point after is up and good. Devils lead by a score of 42-0. Logan Bird prepares to kick off. Back deep is Cody Carter in the middle. On the near side is A.J. Barker, and on the far side is Chase Christian. High end over end kick that Barker feels that he's 3, up to the 10, the 15, and is brought down short of the 20-yard line at about the 18-yard line. On the tackle again is Montana Morris, and also on the tackle was Micah Bledsoe. So Forrest Stewart again will bring his Bulldogs out. It's spotted at the 19-yard line. Clock continues to run with 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Devils trying to get in some new players into the lineup. Checking in for Gate City.
First and 10 at the Appalachia 19-yard line.
Travis Gillenwater, number 81. Full house. Stewart hands off to his fullback Barker, breaks the tackle, and is brought down after he crosses the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Has a first down for Appalachia.
Tackled by Bo Morris and Tyler Bird.
Blue Devils, that may be the second team defense.
It is, pretty much. Morris is still in there.
Got
Corey Franklin still in.
Hunter Hammonds is in there.
Yeah, Hunter, all those Kilgore and Roten and Hammonds, they all rotate in there.
Right. Roten is in as defensive tackle.
Bo Morris in.
Kilgore also is a defensive tackle. Stewart fakes his fullback, rolls to his left, and is brought down maybe at the line of scrimmage.
Stewart keeps on the play.
Travis Gillenwater, I believe. Bo Morris, maybe.
Number 81, Travis Gillenwater.
Might have gained a couple. It's going to be Second down and 10.
No gain. Second down 10.
No gain at all. Second down and 10. Ball's to Appalachia 32. Stewart hands off on a quick opener to Barker, and he's hit after he picks up maybe 4 yards across the 35 to 36.
Stop made by Tyler Bird and Bo Morris.
Bo Morris again in on the tackle along with Tyler Bird. Are the Morris boys related, do you know? Brothers? Kind of thought they might be, but I had never confirmed it with anybody.
Well, you've got
I've got
two real authorities here to confirm it with.
Third down and 7.
Oh, gosh.
5:45 to go, third quarter. Blue Devils on top, 42 to nothing. Stewart fakes to his fullback, throws the pass out into the flat that hit the man in the hands, and he drops it incomplete.
Pass intended for
That was Cody Carter who dropped that pass. Pass might have been a little bit behind him. And Appalachia appears to
number 42, Montana Morris.
be going for it here on fourth down and 7. While they got to lose.
Yeah, I think they are. So the clock's already down to 5 minutes here in the third quarter. It'll wrap up pretty quickly.
They come out and that full house. Stewart drops straight back, looks for a screen pass. Pass is complete up across the 40, breaks a tackle, and finally brought down in Gate City territory at the 43-yard line. Chase Morlock on the reception that time.
Pretty good job on that screen.
That was.
By the Bulldogs.
Clock down to 4:20 to go, third quarter. Devils on top, 42 to nothing. Appalachia has it first and 10 at the Blue Devil 43.
And that may be the deepest they've got.
Yeah, it probably is.
I know they were right at the 50 a couple of times.
Stewart hands off to the second man through, his right halfback, and he breaks a couple of tackles. That's Morlock again on the carry.
Tackle by Montana Morris.
Picks up about 8 on that carry. Bring up second down and 2. They need to get it to the
second down 2.
33 for a first. Second down and 2. I think he might run that big fullback this time. They fake to the fullback, hand off to the left halfback, and he circles around right in and gets it first down to the Blue Devil 25 before he's driven out of bounds. Cody Carter on the carry that time for Appalachia.
By Montana Morris. Picks up enough for an Appalachia first down. Ball at the Gate City 25-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Gate City 25. Good experience for this second team defense here. Yep. We have a few first teamers in there, as you said. Montana Morris is in at a.
Yeah, but still, overall as a group.
Yeah. And out to the fullback, Barker, and he breaks tackles and
number 12,
scurries his way down to the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal from a 10, I think. Depending on where they spot.
By Travis Gillenwater and Montana Morris.
They spotted on the 10, I believe, so I don't think they can get a first down without scoring.
First and 10, Appalachia just outside the 10-yard line.
The first and goal is to 10 for Appalachia. Stewart looks over the Blue Devil defense, takes the snap, hands off to Barker again, running right, and he drags Blue Devil tackles into the end zone for a touchdown.
So Appalachia gets on the board with 1:38 to go here in the third quarter. And Appalachia will line up, go for the two-point conversion.
I remember very few times that they've kicked extra points over there in my lifetime.
Very, very few.
Come out in the same full house. Stewart takes a snap, pitches to his left, type back, running left, and he goes into the end zone touchdown. I mean, two-point conversion. Carter.
And the two-point conversion is good.
So with 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter, it's Gate City 42, Appalachia 8.
Kicking for Appalachia, number 76, Josie Collins.
Well, the clock ran a little while after the touchdown, but we're down to 34.6 seconds.
I think a clock operator, and we won't mention any names, who doubles as a camera operator too. Didn't realize at 42 and 8 the difference is 34 now, so the clock will not. The clock will be stopped. No, Jim, sorry.
Back deep for the Blue Devils to receive the kickoff is Vaughn on the far side. Short kick. That's Dusty Clark at the 25, up to the 30, 35. Breaks tackles, has blockers in front, breaks more tackles and gets across midfield, maybe to the 49. They may spot it right at midfield. No flags on the kickoff.
Tackled by Chase Ramey and
Gate City will get Collier in at the quarterback spot. White offense, second team offense in.
First and 10, Gate City.
Miller's into the game also, probably the tight end, along with Tanner McDavid as a tight end. Miller's going to line up at a wingback. Corey Franklin, the tailback, hand off to Franklin, running right. Shows some speed, gets around the corner, breaks it down the sideline, breaks another tackle, cuts it back to the inside of the field, and gets finally tackled at about the 22-yard line of Appalachia.
For a minute, I didn't know if he's going to be able to outrun him to the corner or not, but once he got the corner turn.
He's got some speed.
Oh, yes, he does.
Blue Devils have it first and 10, and this is probably going to be the last play of the quarter as we're down to 5 seconds. So
that'll be it for the quarter.
After 3 quarters of play, Gate City leads Appalachia by a score of 42-8. First and 10 for Gate City at the Appalachia 22-yard line. So we start the fourth quarter. Looks like we're going to have a new center into the game too, Cody Davidson.
3-5-3-7-0.
We're about ready to start the fourth quarter. Gate City on top by a score of 42-8 over the Appalachia Bulldogs. As officials taking a little bit of time here as that quarter ran by pretty quick, maybe giving a little extra time to get their breath.
Players or the officials?
Both. Probably the officials. I know how older people are.
Well, it beats not knowing.
Wingback will be Devils with 2 wingbacks. Fullback will be Bledsoe. As Collier throws a pass over the middle. Oh, just off the fingertips, intended for Corey Franklin. Had him open. If he catches it, it's a touchdown.
Nah, it really wasn't off his fingertips. That went right through his hands.
Well, you got to kind of clean it up a little.
Oh, boy, he had 6 points, and it slipped right through his hands.
Second down and 10 for Gate City. Wingbacks are Franklin and Miller. And again, Collier's back. This time throws a pass over the middle, intended for Miller. That one just a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Not hardly enough air in it.
Yeah, that one needed a little more touch. Keeping in mind, he's just a freshman. You know?
Oh, I know.
That's what I mean. That's.
Michael Collier, the quarterback for the Blue Devils. 11:52 to go in the ball game. Gate City on top. Scored 42-8. Third down and 10 at the Appalachia 22. Devils go full house. Send out a receiver wide left, Tanner McDavid. Go unbalanced line, strong side to the left, hand off to Bledsoe. He fights through one tackle, fumbles the football, it's loose. And Gate City has recovered inside the 15 and maybe the 13-yard line.
Fumble recovered by Gate City.
So it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Brings up 4th and 2.
And the Blue Devils are coming in to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Send Bird in to kick the field goal. And it's at the 13. It'd be a 30-yard field goal?
Should be 30, 31 yards.
Holder will be Corey Franklin.
31-yard field goal attempt by number 22, Logan Bird.
From Heiss mark, far side, left side. Snap, pretty good snap. Kick looks good. And the kick is good. So a 31-yard field goal by Logan Bird puts the Blue Devils on top 45-8. After the 31-yard field goal by Logan Bird, Bird will do the kickoff duties. Back deep for Appalachia. In the middle is still Cody Carter. Near side, Chase Christian. And on the far side will be A.J. Barker. As Bird's kick, it's a high end over end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 9 by Christian. And he's really hit and brought down after he crossed the 15 at about the 17-yard line.
That truck was Micah Bledsoe.
Was it?
Who the truck was. Russell missed him, but Bledsoe finished him.
Appalachia will have it 1st and 10 at their own, we'll call it their 18-yard line with 9:25 to go. After that field goal, the Blue Devils have more than a 35-point lead now, so clock will continue to run again. New quarterback in the ball game for Appalachia. Hands off to his left halfback, and that's Carter on the carry. Gets up across the 20 to about the 22. Zach Barker, quarterback now for the Bulldogs. Well, they got a bunch of Barkers. Well, not a bunch. I see 3 on the roster. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for 2nd down and 6 for Appalachia. 8:40 to go in the ball game. Barker takes a snap, hands off to his running back this time, and he breaks the tackle, breaks it into the open at the 40, and finally brought down in Gate City territory at the 37-yard line. Morlock on the carry that time for Appalachia.
Yeah, Corey Franklin saved the touchdown.
So the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 37.
Gate City 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Zach Barker now the quarterback for Appalachia. Fullback is Tyler Barker. And they pitch it right to a halfback who fumbles the ball, and the Blue Devils may have recovered. They do. That pitch was to Dennis Stacy. Maybe his first time into the ball game, and he fumbled the pitch, and the Blue Devils came up with the fumble recovery.
Bo Morris is who recovered the fumble.
Ball will be spotted on the Gate City 42. With 7:15 to go in the game.
Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42.
45-8, Gate City lead.
The winner of the
And again,
ticket tonight was Tim and Bill Oates.
what offense comes in with Michael Carrier at quarterback. Full house for the Blue Devils, 2 tight ends. As they hand off to the left halfback, who may be Franklin, not much.
No, it's
33.
33.
It's Logan Quillen.
Yeah.
Logan Quillen.
Blue Devils are
Tackled by Chase
substituting
Orlock
freely
and number
here.
65, Brad Culberson. Gain of 4, second down 6.
Pick up a 4 on the play, makes second down and 6 for Gate City across the 45 at about the 47-yard line.
No.
Devils have 2 people in motion, and that's not going to work. And they fumble the football on top of that, but they recover their own fumble. So there's more hankies on the field than there is officials. Be a 5-yard penalty marked off against Gate City for illegal motion. He didn't, did he?
No.
He marked him from where the fumble was recovered.
Yeah.
Which might be right.
No. No.
Not a dead ball.
No. Yeah, it'd be the line of scrimmage.
Wasn't a legal procedure now, it's a legal motion.
It doesn't matter. It should come from the line of scrimmage.
Full house.
Not to where the end of the play, because you're redoing the play.
Right.
Yeah.
Hand off to the fullback, who gets up to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line.
Not the difference, but
The clock keeps running. On to carry that time is number 80, Ethan Cole. Well, now he said 80. Did he say 82? I guess it was 82. Gage Gilmer Hack. $4.50 to go in the game. Let's see. Fullback is Tim Muncie. Collier takes a snap. Rolls to his right. Pass complete. Up at the 45 and fights up to the 47-yard line. That pass was complete to Phillip Head.
Tackled by Shannon Barker.
Going to be short of a first down by about 6 yards. Be 4th down, and I call it 5. And the Blue Devils going to go for it here. With 4:10 to go in the game. Unbalanced line, strong side to the right. With the left halfback in motion. Collier throws a long pass down the field intended for his receiver, who was Caleb Mullins. A little bit long and incomplete, so Appalachia will take over on down at their own 48.
Will take over at the Gate City 47
Or the Gate City 47-yard line, my fault. First and 10 Appalachia. With Zach Barker back in at the quarterback spot. I don't know where Stewart got hurt, or they just didn't want to take any chances and try to build up a little experience for them too. Let's see, what is he? He's a freshman. Barker is a freshman in at quarterback.
again, next week the Blue Devils go on the road to Bluefield, Mitchell Stadium. I guess it's still called Mitchell Stadium. The Beavers, defending AAA state champions, await the Blue Devils.
Parker on a quarterback keeper, gets across the Blue Devil 45 down to maybe the 43. Gain of about 4 on the play, brings up, well, gain of 3, brings up second down and 7 for Appalachia.
Gain of 3, second down 7.
You know, this kid that's in there right now at quarterback, 6'4", 195 for a freshman. He may grow another inch or two.
Pretty good sign, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger than his center, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Barker fumbles the snap and recovers his own fumble back at the 46-yard line.
Tackle made by number 67, Mitchell.
Loss of a couple on the play. Will bring up 3rd down and 9 for
Loss
Appalachia.
on the play will bring up 3rd and about 10.
Clock inside of 2 minutes. At 1:40 right now and still running. Barker this time pitches to his right halfback, circling the right side, and is brought down over the 40 at about the 38. That running back that time was A.J. Barker.
Tackle made by Philip Head and number 14, Corey
It's
Franklin.
going to be 4th down and 1 for Appalachia. Barker again pitches to that halfback Barker, and he's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. The ball may have come loose, but even at that, it's going to be Gate City's football on downs because it was 4th down play.
Fumble recovered by number 11, Zach Barker.
Was a fumble, but it was recovered by the quarterback, Zach Barker.
Gate City will take over on downs at their own 42-yard line.
So the Blue Devils will have it probably. They'll have to run one play here.
Yeah, looks like one. Collier in at quarterback for Gate City. Full outs. Hands off to the fullback, and that is number 82. That's Gilmer Hack again on the carry. Had a good run. Cross midfield down to about the 43-yard line of Appalachia. It'd be 1st and 10. That'll be the last play of the ball game.
So the Blue Devils win here on homecoming night 45-8 over the Appalachia Bulldogs. And Larry, if you want to run down the final score.
All right, the scoring went this way. In the first quarter, 6:27 to go. We had a 6-yard touchdown for the Blue Devils by Dusty Clark. Logan Bird kicked the extra point. Devils led 7-0. 4:08 to go in the first quarter. Joseph Vaughn had a 49-yard punt return. Again, Logan Bird kicked the extra point. Devils lead 14-0. With a little over 40 seconds to go in the first quarter, Dusty Clark had a 2-yard touchdown run. Again, Logan Bird on the extra point. Devils led 21-0 after 1 quarter. With 9:40 to go in the second quarter, Seth Clark on a 3-yard touchdown run. Again, Logan Bird on the extra point. Devils led 28-0. With 6:04 to go in the second quarter, Joseph Vaughn had a 47-yard interception of a pass. Ran it in for the touchdown. Made the Blue Devils score after Bird's extra point, 35-0 at halftime. No, I'll take that back. At halftime. And then with 9:55 to go in the third quarter, Nick Bowen to Dusty Clark on a 49-yard touchdown screen pass. Logan Bird's extra point made the score 42-0. With 1:45 to go in the third quarter, Appalachia gets on the board on a Tyler Barker 10-yard touchdown run. Cody Carter ran in the 2-point conversion, and the score then was 42-8. And the final scoring tonight was put up by the Blue Devils' Logan Bird, who kicked a 31-yard field goal, made the final score 45-8. So the Devils pretty much ran all over the Bulldogs of Appalachia.
Yeah, just had a little more weaponry, a little more manpower than the Bulldogs did tonight. So again, a homecoming victory for the Blue Devils over the Bulldogs. Next week, as we said, we'll head off to Bluefield to take on the Beavers at Bluefield, and certainly look for a huge challenge for the Blue Devils next Friday night up there. And really, that's about it from here at Legion Field tonight. Again, the final score: Gate City Blue Devils 45 and the Appalachia Bulldogs 8 on homecoming night here 2010. Gate City the victors. So for Tim Hill and Larry Shelton, Mark Peters, good night.